I'm rough, bare feet and wet sand. Ocean knows my name before I ever speak back. Salt in the skin, wind in my hair. Standing where water meets sky, I'm aware. I look up once, heaven responds. White light moves through, truth carries on. I don't walk alone, never did. Body and clothes keeps me for what I skill. He don't say much, just stands his ground. Every near miss, he was around. I don't replay the touch of the night. I carry it all. I carry it.
Repeat after me. I don't care. This is the build. Before anything changed on the outside, it was building on the inside. They think change happens in a moment, but someone wakes up one day and decides to move a little different. But real change doesn't work like that. It accumulates, it stacks, it forms over time. I was observing long before I ever pulled back, not in a suspicious way. So don't get it twisted. I wasn't looking for problems. I was just present, paying attention, listening beyond words, watching the patterns instead of isolated incidents. You noticed when effort was not returned, when support felt selective, when the energy changed, depended upon who was around. You noticed when you was the one adjusting more than everyone else. At first glance, we gave it grace. We told ourselves maybe we was overthinking, maybe it wasn't intentional, maybe we just needed to communicate better. So we adjusted our delivery. We explained more. We gave people room to correct what we hoped was a misunderstanding. And that's how the build started. Not by being angry, but with awareness. There's a moment that grows when I realize that I am constantly the one that's recalibrating, adjusting, making sure that things don't fall apart. I don't explode when I recognize that. I start calculating and asking myself the harder questions. Is this temporary or is it a pattern? Because patterns don't lie. Once you see them, they repeat clearly. And when somebody repeats them enough, it starts feeling like it stops feeling accidental, and it starts feeling very intentional. People often mistake restraint for something that it isn't. They assume that if you don't react immediately, you didn't catch it. If you didn't argue, fuss, or fight, you must have agreed. And staying calm you must not have been affected. That assumption works in their favor, but it's wrong. We was gathering information. Every interaction teaches you something. Every inconsistency, every moment where support should have been present, we was not storing it to weaponize it later. We were storing it to decide later. That's what the build really is. It's stacking of moments that don't sit right. The gradual realization that we have been making room in ways that was never returned. It's recognizing that we have been doing more in certain dynamics. I didn't detach overnight. I built to it. When my intuition starts repeating itself, I build. When issues return without resolution, I build. When my energy is drained in places that claim to value me, this process is not dramatic. It doesn't need an Academy Award. It's control. It's reflective. It's intentional. And by the time the outward change happens, the internal decision already has been made. The recalibration has already happened. The line has already been drawn in the sand. The build is not about revenge. It's about proof. And it's not about proving a point. It's about protecting your peace before it's completely gone. Recognizing your own limits before somebody else pushes past them and pushes you to the edge. We didn't snap. We assessed. We didn't explode. We adjusted. And when the difference finally becomes visible, it wasn't sudden, it was earned. Earned through watching, through restraint, through choosing not to react until reaction was no longer necessary. The difference they see is only the surface. The real work happened long before that. Long before that. Welcome to Blended Healing. I don't care. Part 2 of our journey is to build.
I dress, comfort up like wisdom, called the latest sermon. Say I'm being careful with my steps when I'm really just uncertain. I see myself
The build is not about revenge, it's about proving. And it's not about proving a point. It's about protecting your peace before it's completely
Every
gone.
time I choose the familiar, I forfeit what I want. Fit on your link.
That's enough for me.
You're leaving already?
Y'all enjoy the rest of the night. Recognizing your own limits before somebody else pushes past them and pushes you to the edge. I didn't snap, I assessed. I didn't explode, I adjusted. And when the difference finally becomes visible, it wasn't sudden, it was earned. The difference they see is only the surface. The real work happened long before that. Long before that.
All hands, all eyes, move aside. Queen in motion, change the tide. Queen coming through, take note. Not asking, not explaining, I arrive, y'all adjusting. I don't knock, I don't beg, I don't linger. Room shift soon as I lift one finger. You been loud, but your power borrow. I've been quiet, stacking crowns for tomorrow. Queen coming through, watch the flow bend. Every step precise, every look a trend. You mistake grace for softness. That's cute, but deeply incorrect, friend. I move smooth, never rush. Every step got intent and trust. If you reaching for control again, that's the moment you already lost in love. Funny how the air get tense when I and the truth get dense. Queen coming through, can't ignore.
How do we move without saying much? Mm, not everything requires a commentary. I've always understood that. Some people narrate every move they make, but that has never been my style. When I move, I move. I don't ask for opinions first. I don't issue warnings, and I don't announce that something has changed. If my energy adjusts, if my presence changes a little bit, it's because I've already thought it through. Most people expect some type of scene, emotion before changing, breaking down, freaking out, throwing yourself on the floor, and all of that. They expect confrontation or some type of explanation. So when you simply recalibrate, you don't do it for the cameras. It unsettles them. They feel something is different, but they can't pinpoint when it began. It began with observation. We pay attention to patterns. We watch how people behave when there's nothing to gain. We notice the consistency and we notice when it disappears. We don't react to every moment, but we register them. We don't interrupt behavior. We let it play out. That's how you learn the truth about people. If I began or begin to step back, it's not out of impulse, it's out of response to what has been shown to me, to you, to us, repeatedly. I don't move off of assumptions. I move off of evidence. And some mistake that for indifference. They assume that because I'm not arguing, I must not care. Because I'm not demanding clarification, I must not see the inconsistencies, but I see it. You just don't believe every realization requires a speech. There's power in letting action speak without putting a story to it. There's discipline in not defending your adjustments in real time. Not every withdrawal needs a debate. Sometimes the most powerful statement is repositioning. We don't compete to be understood. We don't over explain to make others feel better. If someone doesn't understand why something changed, that tells us something on its own. Moving without saying much doesn't mean that we lack awareness. It means that we choose timing carefully. It means we don't spend energy convincing anyone of what should already be evident. And by the time something shows up for others, it's already been processed internally. The decision has already been made, and the evaluation is complete. There's no spectacle. There's no lights, camera action. There's simply intention. That's how I move, without saying much. What they say is real. Real G's do move in silence. You know what they say. Isn't that what they say? That's true. Not everything requires words. You feel me? I'm not keeping you long today. This is a quick hit, for real, for real, for real. I don't care. Not everything requires a commentary. I've always understood that. I always have. But there was a time when I over explained myself. If something didn't sit right with me, I would try to make it a little bit easier before I said what I said. I would package it all up in a nice way that made it easier for other people to receive it. I would change up my delivery so nobody felt called out. Fast forward, that time is over. Respecting your boundaries isn't optional. And it's not based on mood, it's based on who you are and how long you've known each other. It's required. You learn the hard way that when you don't enforce your limits, people assume there aren't any. And when you let something slide once, it becomes a new standard. When you explain too much, people start negotiating with what you already decided. So stop negotiating. If something crosses the line, access changes. If something feels wrong repeatedly, our energy changes too. And if something drains you over and over and over again, it no longer gets close enough to you. It shouldn't anyway. Just making decisions. That's what grown folks do in 2026, right? Right? And what's interesting is the only people who struggle with that are the ones who benefited from you not having any structure before. I can't even believe I just said that out loud. I personally, I'm known for structure. Chaotic structure, but structure nonetheless. You see, the people who respect me won't test it. The ones who test it reveal themselves. I'm not available for unlimited access anymore. I'm not here to make things easy for everyone else at my own expense, or break down the reasons of why just so someone feels better about it. Growth looks like knowing where you stand. Knowing where you stand looks like limits, and limits are self-respect. There's a difference between caring about someone and giving them constant access to you. You can care and still reduce that proximity. You can wish others well and still decide you don't fit in with their everyday life anymore. And that's not being mean or harsh or anything like that. That's just being aware. We can love people from a distance. You can. We learn that every time that we ignore our own limits just to keep the peace, we teach people that our discomfort does not matter. Respecting our boundaries is not optional. It never works. You can just enforce it now. You feel me? I told you I'm not keeping you long. I'll be right back after this.
Welcome to the space where worlds become portals and their soul remembers. I am Alicia Young, and this is
Time like truth, breathe like mist. I carry lifetimes in these hips and prayers inside my wrist. They said I'm too much, too wild, too free, but baby, I was never meant to be. Quiet, tame, contained, I am so untamed. Ooh. Magic in my skin, healing while you hold me.
Your soul already knows.
Say my name.
The cards are just catching you.
Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to Alicia Dion, the producer behind the music of the COC. All of us. She writes and produces it. Some of us do write our own lyrics, though. Some of us. But she makes sure that our lyrics are done justice by the music. We appreciate Alicia Dion. Her contact information is in the chat. Let's wrap this up, all right? You have now made it through phase 2. It's going pretty quick, right? Listen, the build was never about them. It was about us paying attention, recognizing where we were overextending, over-accommodating, over-explaining, over. Aren't you over it? It's about seeing the patterns clear enough that you can no longer pretend they weren't there. Nothing happens overnight. It's accumulated moment by moment, interaction by interaction, realization by realization. And by the time anything looked different on the outside, you had already made peace with it on the inside. Sometimes people don't get it. They see the outcome. They don't see the accumulation. Repeat after me. I don't care. I don't care. You have now set the stage and you're in the building phase. When we come back, we will be moving forward into another part of the journey. Shay, I said what I said. I'm done. I'm out of here. Don't try to hold me back. I gotta go. It's Saturday. I gotta get ready to sit down and get to big mouthpiece later on. You know what I'm saying? I got things to do. I got laundry. I got stuffs. So be easy, man. It's gonna be all right. Remember, you got more to lose. You got more to lose. Remember that you have a lot to gain too. It ain't that serious. I mean, it is, but it's not. Give yourself a break, man. Give yourself a break. And I'm out of here. I'll see you around these YouTube streets. Maybe. We'll see. I'm going to jump in the cloud car and peruse the streets, see what's happening, and then turn my ass right back on around, come back into my little microcosm in my own little world, in my own little corner. You feel me? Plus, I got work to do. I got orders and stuff. And wait, I just made the cutest little things. Wait till you see them. All right, I got to go. Stop trying to hold me. I'll see you later.
Comfort up like wisdom, called the latest sermon. Say I'm being careful with my steps when I'm really just uncertain. I see myself
The build is not about revenge, it's about proving. And it's not about proving a point. It's about protecting your peace before it's completely gone.
Every time I choose the familiar, I forfeit what I want. Fear don't yell and go.
That's enough for me.
You're leaving already?
Y'all enjoy the rest of the night. Recognizing your own limits before somebody else pushes past them and pushes you to the edge. I didn't snap, I assessed. I didn't explode, I adjusted. And when the difference finally becomes visible, it wasn't sudden, it was earned. The difference they see is only the surface. The real work happened long before that.
All hands, all eyes, move aside. Queen in motion, change the tide. Queen coming through, take note. Not asking, not explaining, I arrive, y'all adjusting. I don't knock, I don't beg, I don't linger. Room shift soon as I lift one finger. You been loud, but your power borrow. I've been quiet, stacking crowns for tomorrow. Queen coming through, watch the flow bend. Every step precise, every look a trend. You mistake grace for softness. That's cute, but deeply incorrect, friend. I move smooth, never rush. Every step got intent and trust. If you reaching for control again, that's the moment you already lost in love. Funny how the air get tense when I enter, truths get dense. Queen coming through. Yeah. Stop playing small. Stop hiding. Take the cap off. Let it bleed. What it is? Take the cap off, let it pop, let it snap in. Holding all the fire, had it tucked in the back. Take the cap off, let it spill, let it drop. You been silent too long, let the pressure go pop. Take the cap off, no fear, no doubt. What's in you been loud, you just muted it out. Take the cap off, whole room gonna shake. This your moment right now.
Sorry, I'm late.
Take the cap off. I've been biting my tongue, playing nice, staying cool. Tell myself how to shine, try to follow the rule. They said maybe next time I say yeah like a fool. Whole line in my chest, but I stayed in the zoo. Trauma had me for the insecurity, train me. Fear kept the key, but the door couldn't cage me. They doubted, I nodded and doubted myself. Put my gifts on the shelf like I do it when I'm ready. But ready don't come when you scared to be seen. Perfection, a lot to get killing the dream. So I'm ripping this heel, yeah, I'm breaking the lock. If it's messy, it's honest. Hey, take the cap off. Take the cap off. Let it pop, let it snap in. Holding all this fire, had it tucked in the back. Take the cap off. Let it spill, let it drop. You been solid too long, let the pressure go pop. Take the cap off. No fear, no doubt. What's in you been loud, you just muted it out. Take the cap off. The whole room gonna shake. This your moment right now. Hey, take the cap off. Who told you you were too much? Who told you sit down, hush? Who made you question your voice?
Flawless, let's get to it. Go. Let's make this conversation worth your time.
But I aim to be small. I'ma hold down strong front on. I'm tired of whispering winds, tired of playing the edge. If I got something to say, yeah, I'ma say it with my chest. No cap, literally, no mask. This is me. If they laugh, let them choke on the globe. And believe, shake it out, shake it loose. Rearrange yours, it's crack the top. Hear that sound, that's your power.
Into Chimaka Essentials, my happy place. Come on in with me. The smell of citrus and vanilla hit you right away. Hi, welcome to Chimaka Essentials.
Let it snap, been holding all this fire, had it tucked in the back. Take the cap off, let it spill, let it drop. You been silent too long, let the pressure go pop. Take the cap off, no fear, no doubt. What's in you been loud, you just muted it out. Take the cap off, whole room gonna shake. This your moment right now. Hey, take the cap off.
You are now tuned in to the COC production. Let's go.
Hold fire in the rhythm, heat
fire.
COC energy shaking the ground.
Yeah, it's big COC energy.
No chains can hold us. We rise, we fight.
Let's go.
Voices in the darkness, we bring the
Now
light.
let's take them higher. Yeah.
Fire in the rhythm, heat in the sound.
Fire.
COC energy shaking the ground.
Yeah, it's big COC energy,
No
family.
chains can hold us. We rise, we fight.
Let's go.
Voices in the darkness, we
Listen.
bring the light.
They try to write us off like a bad check. They try to overshadow our divinity on the net. But so much disrespect. Knowing they mama chiefs then told them we better than that. Stop being foolish in your pride. Say where your conscience at. Just cause we carry the fire don't mean we won't be where the party at. Enough of that mental and spiritual change. It's time to get your power back. You tired of living in the dark? Then come on where the light is at. And COC.
Fire in the rhythm,
Yeah.
heat in the sound.
Yeah. Let's go.
COC energy shaking the ground.
Yeah, it's big COC energy,
No
family.
chains can hold us. We rise, we fight.
Let's go.
Voices in the darkness, we
Yeah.
bring the light.
Listen. COC fire continue to shine bright. It's shining all day and it's shining all night. Let's go. COC fire continue to shine bright. It's shining all day and it's shining all night. Let's go. COC fire continue to shine bright. It's shining all day and it's shining all night. Let's go. COC fire continue to shine bright. It's shining all day and it's shining all night. Let's go.